Hi, everybody. I'm on vacation. I'm in southern Utah. I was getting ready to leave yesterday. It's why I didn't get a live stream out. But I wanted to today talk a little bit about some interesting things I'm observing in the cryptocurrency space. The market's down a little bit. Bitcoin's at $20,277 right now. ETH is at $1,089. My favorite microcap token, Giddy, is up a little bit, so that's nice. But that's not really what I'm here to talk about today. You know, sometimes when you see a number of different things and it feels like they're related, they have to be related. They're not a coincidence, but you can't totally figure out what the story is. You just have a hunch that there's something going on. I got one of those. I got a hunch. And I don't know the whole story, but I'm going to share the hunch with you because maybe you can help me unravel this. Let's talk a little bit about Sam Bankman-Fried. Are you familiar with Sam Bankman-Fried? If you're not, you can be forgiven because he's actually a relatively new player in the space. Sam Bankman-Fried, born 92, he's only 30 years old, barely. Also known by his initials SBF, is an American entrepreneur, billionaire, and investor. He is the founder and CEO of FTX, a cryptocurrency exchange, one of the largest at this point. He also manages assets through Alameda Research, a quantitative cryptocurrency trading firm he founded in 2017. He was ranked 60th on the 2022 Forbes billionaires list with a net worth of $24 billion. The story of Sam Bankman-Fried goes something like this. Born to academics in Stanford, always very promising, good with math, good with analysis. Started as a quant at a trading firm, began as an intern, quickly proved his chops and started working there full time. And then started Alameda Research and started doing arbitrage trades between the United States exchanges for cryptocurrency and Japanese exchanges for cryptocurrency, and found some very profitable arbitrage at one point, trading $25 million per day and cutting a lot off the top, scraping a lot off the top because there was a price difference between the two regions. He became fabulously wealthy, launched FTX. That has gone on to become one of the largest exchanges in the US and the world. And now he's one of the richest people on the planet. Guy came out of nowhere 3 years ago, and now he is one of the wealthiest, most prominent people in the world. Crazy, right? Barely 30 years old. And when he got started, he didn't even know what a blockchain was. This is not somebody who cared about crypto or Bitcoin or decentralization per se. It's somebody who found an arbitrage and made a lot of money and knew how to make money. He was a trader. He was a quant trader. He knew how to do this stuff and make gobs of money, so he did. Now, let's get more recent, more current. Let's get away from Sam Bankman-Fried directly and talk about some other potentially related entities. Alameda Research's recent alleged stETH sell-off puts Celsius Network in trouble. We're all aware of Celsius Network at this point. They halted trading a little less than 2 weeks ago, halted withdrawals, more notably. And Celsius Network has been around for a while. Alex Mashinsky is, as I've said before, kind of an elder technologist. He was a pioneer in the VoIP space. But they are having a rough go recently. Market volatility forced them to stop withdrawals. They have 1.2 million customers. They have billions of dollars of assets under management, but that's all tied up in various high-risk DeFi protocols. And it looks like Alameda Research has been involved in this. Celsius, a big crypto lender now under keen scrutiny since it halted withdrawals, citing extreme market conditions, might be trapped with its stETH holdings, staked ETH. Celsius still holds at least 409,000 staked ETH, worth about $413 million at current prices, according to data provided by 8board, a portfolio tracker from the blockchain analysis firm Nansen. Okay, so Celsius Network is locked into some staked ETH, and Alameda Research just traded a bunch of staked ETH for ETH and kind of dried up the liquidity pool, making it even harder for Celsius Network to exit that position. So this is a Twitter anon, Plan C, but he's shared an interesting conspiracy theory. Crypto analyst Plan C alleges a different theory for the Celsius crisis. The analyst believes that two key players, namely FTX and Alameda Research, no, bit of a correction here for me, those are not two players. Those are both Sam Bankman-Fried. Sam Bankman-Fried is the founder and CEO of FTX, and he's the founder and vast majority holder of Alameda Research. So two key players conspired. No, this is one guy, Sam Bankman-Fried. Back to the paragraph. The analyst believes that two key players, FTX and Alameda Research, conspired to the demise of Celsius. He cut open the wounds of the Terra crash when TFL CEO Do Kwon was looking for bailouts. CEO Mashinsky confirmed in a tweet that Celsius is not part of it. While Celsius got out, FTX and Alameda were stuck in the Luna bailout. As per Plan C, they lost huge amounts of money holding UST and locked Luna bags. Okay, this is not great writing, but let me see if I can clarify a little bit what's happened here. This Twitter anon, Plan C, has done some blockchain analysis and has concluded that FTX took a huge hit when Terra and Luna went down. The UST and Terra Luna went down. And when that was collapsing, there were various players in the space trying to support Terra Luna and prevent it from collapsing. But Celsius Network was not one of those. Celsius Network got out. They dumped their bags and they got out. What Plan C is suggesting here is that Sam Bankman-Fried is basically like attacking Celsius Network as retribution, I suppose. The analyst then regards the track record of Alameda Research as evidence of potential wrongdoings. In the same thread, there is on-chain data claiming Alameda Research did swap around 50,000 stETH to ETH. This liquidation started piling pressure on Celsius, and eventually the market volatility took charge. So what they're saying is that Sam Bankman-Fried threw that market into volatility, made it impossible for Celsius Network to withdraw or trade their staked ETH for ETH. And now they're stuck and they're illiquid. Now, this is especially interesting given events that have been happening this week. Voyager just entered into a $500 million loan agreement with Alameda amid 3AC exposure. So Voyager was exposed to the losses of Three Arrows Capital, which is now believed to be illiquid. And Alameda Research is offering them a $500 million line of credit. They are also offering a similar deal to BlockFi. Bitcoin billionaire Sam Bankman-Fried bails out embattled crypto firms BlockFi and Voyager. Okay, so is Sam Bankman-Fried an altruist here who is helping out? Or is he throwing these groups into chaos and then offering them terms that they can't refuse? I mean, it could be either. Hard to say. I'm not privy to these backroom deals. Hey, bud. Hey, can I finish this video real quick, Tommy? I'm making a video. I'll be done in just a couple minutes.
Hi. Why is there a chicken outside?
There are some chickens. Guys, give me 5 minutes.
I'm in the video.
You are. Okay, go back inside and give me 5 minutes. Okay, Sam Bankman-Fried recently at events with some world leaders. Okay, kids. My kids really, really want to be in this video. Apologies, everybody. Here's a picture of Sam Bankman-Fried with Tony Blair and Bill Clinton at a recent event in the Bahamas. And he's supposed to be very friendly with this crowd. In fact, he was one of the keynote speakers at a recent Davos gathering of some of the world's leaders. He was one of the top billed speakers. There he is, the number 2 person listed. And then speaking of the Davos crowd, this piece from the Washington Post recently, the Davos set is reborn in the crypto metaverse. It's a fun headline. Kudos to whoever wrote that. The World Economic Forum in Davos once symbolized as a certain kind of out-of-touch globalism mixing politics and high finance. The recent image of Tony Blair and Bill Clinton on stage next to crypto billionaire Sam Bankman-Fried, clad in t-shirts and socks, suggests the torch has been passed. Okay, so Sam Bankman-Fried, it is being accused, threw Celsius into chaos so that they would go out of business because they didn't bail out Terra and UST and Terra Luna. And now he's offering a bailout to BlockFi and Voyager, two of the biggest names in the crypto lending space. And he's very, very buddy-buddy with the Davos crowd, the World Economic Forum crowd, who are rather infamous for wanting to control the lives of basically everybody on the planet. I don't know what the story is here. I really don't. But all I can say is that this isn't a good look, in my eyes, for Sam Bankman-Fried, for FTX and Alameda Research. To me, this looks like collusion for power over the entire crypto space, and via his involvement with the World Economic Forum, collusion for power over the entire world. These are central planners. These are people who are colluding for power to control everyone else. Yikes. Is there more here? Are there pieces of evidence that I'm leaving out? Am I spinning a narrative that's totally untrue? Tell me what you think. Because to me, it just looks fishy. It looks like power mongers, which doesn't give me a good feeling, doesn't help me trust them. We shouldn't have to trust them. Also, notably, in that Financial Times article, Sam Bankman-Fried talked about, quote, the problem with Bitcoin and how crypto can build a fairer financial system. Now, when that article came out, he spent some time on Twitter defending himself, saying that was really just the journalist who mischaracterized his words. But he sure didn't talk about the Lightning Network. He didn't bring it up at all. Layer 2 networks on top of Bitcoin that could address all of the criticisms that he offered. TLDR, I don't really trust Sam Bankman-Fried. I don't. I like Michael Saylor, but I would be sketchy of anything Bankman-Fried is offering. All right, that's all I got. My kids are hoarding me. I gotta go. Thanks, team. We'll talk to you later. Bye.